Hello everyone. Again a warm greetings to everyone who are watching this video. So today as a part of continuation of lesson 1 in biology, we will go ahead with studying about dicot stem and monocot stem. So last video we would have read about dicot root and monocot root. Now we will go ahead studying about in this video. We will study about dicot stem and monocot stem. So coming to dicot stem, எப்போவுமே ஒரு hierarchy ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். Outer layer na அதை we will call it as epidermis. So outer layers always that is called as epidermis. Epidermis தாண்டி உள்ள வந்தா ஒரு பெரிய layer வந்து cortex ன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கோம். அதுக்கப்புறமா cortex ஓட inner layer is endodermis. எண்டோடெர்மிஸை தாண்டி உள்ளே வந்துட்டா இருக்கக்கூடியது எல்லாமே ஸ்டெலின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கோம். இந்த ஸ்டெலியில் வாட் அண்ட் ஆல் யூ வில் ஹேவ்னா யூ வில் ஹேவ் பெரிசைக்கிள், vascular bundles and pith. So this is what we would have studied. So the same thing continues in dicot stem also. Here coming to dicot stem, so this is the outer layer called as epidermis. And it is having a single layer of parenchyma cells whose outer covering is having a covering called as cuticle. Already I have told that cuticle is meant for checking the evaporation of water. So this epidermis is having a single layer of parenchyma cells where the outer layers of the cells is having cuticle. And coming to, and these are epidermal hairs. And இதை தாண்டி உள்ள வந்துட்டு I said this complete layer will be called as cortex. Unlike root, here the cortex is divided into three main regions. One is hypodermis, middle cortex and inner cortex. இந்த cortex இங்க மூணு விதமா differentiate ஆயிருக்கும். Dicot stemல, remember in dicot stem the cortex it is divided into three regions: hypodermis, middle cortex and inner cortex. Hypodermis அப்படினா epidermisக்கு கீழே இருக்கிற உடனே immediate layer that will be called as hypodermis. In hypodermis it will have 3 to 6 layers of collenchyma cells. See regarding parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, these are three types of simple permanent tissues about which you would have read in standard 9. Okay, always remember parenchyma is meant for storage of food and water, and collenchyma is meant for giving mechanical support to the plants. Collenchyma is present only in the stem and the leaf and it's absent in roots, and sclerenchyma again it is a tough tissue which is meant for giving mechanical support to the plants. This is just a recap of what you would have read in standard 9. So the immediate layer next to epidermis, I said this is hypodermis. It may have 3 to 6 layers of collenchyma cells. இந்த டயக்ராம்ல புக்ல ஒரு 3 லேயர் கொடுத்திருக்கு. இந்த மாதிரி 3 ல இருந்து 6 லேயர் வரைக்கும் இருக்கலாம் ஒரு ஸ்டெம்ல. ஓகே, இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா ஒரு ஸ்டெம் வரையணும்னா இப்படி ஒரு horizontal structure. So this will be the outer layer epidermis. ஓகே, நடுவில் ஒரு சர்க்கிள் மாதிரி தான் இந்த vascular bundles எல்லாம் அரேஞ்ச் ஆயிருக்கும். இந்த ஏரியா எல்லாம் கார்டெக்ஸ் தான். Okay, so I said the hypodermis is made up of 3 to 6 layers of collenchyma cells. The work of collenchyma is to give mechanical support to the plant. டக்குன்னு உடஞ்சிடாமல் ஒரு grip, ஒரு support, நல்ல support கொடுக்கும் பிளான்ட்டுக்கு, plant tissuesக்கு. Next coming to the middle cortex. Middle cortex is made up of collerenchyma cells. As all you know, collerenchyma is nothing but parenchyma cells with chloroplast. இதுவுமே 9th படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. parenchyma cellsல chloroplast இருந்தா that will be called as collerenchyma. Since chloroplast is there, this layer helps in photosynthesis. Okay, green stems they will have collerenchyma cells. So I said hypodermis is meant for giving mechanical support to the plant, and the middle cortex is made up of collerenchyma cells. Collerenchyma cells are nothing but parenchyma cells with chloroplast, and they are meant for photosynthesis. Coming to inner cortex. Inner cortex is made up of some layers of parenchyma cells which help in gaseous exchange. So they are involved in gaseous exchange, coming in of carbon dioxide or going out of carbon dioxide. So you have to remember regarding cortex these three regions: hypodermis, middle cortex and inner cortex. அதை தாண்டி உள்ளே வந்துட்டா the inner layer of the cortex is called as endodermis அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கோம். endodermis ரூட்லேயே படிச்சிருக்கோம். ஸோ கார்டெக்ஸை தாண்டி உள்ளே வந்துட்டா here this is going to be endodermis. In dicot stem, endodermis is going to be a single layer of barrel shaped cells which will store starch grains. So it is called as starch sheath. Okay, coming to next one. Endodermis தாண்டி உள்ளே வந்துட்டா இருக்கக்கூடியது எல்லாமே ஸ்டெலி. இது வந்து இட்ஸ் திஸ் hierarchy is meant for root, stem as well as leaf. Okay. ஸோ எண்டோடர்மஸ் தாண்டி உள்ளே வந்துட்டா இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி ஸ்டெலி. இந்த ஸ்டெலியில் என்னெல்லாம் இருக்குன்னா பெரிசைக்கிள், வாஸ்குலார் பண்டில்ஸ் அண்ட் பித். இங்கே பெரிசைக்கிள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா யூ வில் ஹாவ் parenchymatous cells with alternating patches of sclerenchyma also. Parenchyma, sclerenchyma ரெண்டுமே சேர்ந்ததாக இருக்கும் பெரிசைக்கிள் in dicot stem. Okay, and here next to phloem we have hard patches of sclerenchyma cells called as bundle cap. phloem க்கு க்ளோஸாக ஒரு hard patch of sclerenchyma cells இருக்கும், அதுக்கு பேர் the name of that is called as bundle cap. Okay, remember the cortex is divided into 3 layers, and coming to endodermis we have a single layer of parenchyma cells in endodermis. Endodermis தாண்டி உள்ள வந்துட்டா இருக்கக்கூடியது is pericycle acid. Pericycle, it is made up of parenchyma cells with alternating patches of sclerenchyma acid. And next, close to phloem we have some patches of very hard sclerenchyma cells and they are called as bundle cap. And next, coming to type of vascular bundles. Here we will say vascular bundles are conjoint. That means xylem and phloem arranged in the same radius. Conjoint. And then collateral. This is one 2-mark question. Collateral அப்படின்னா phloem வெளியே இருக்கும், xylem towards the center இருக்கும். அதுதான் we will call it as collateral. Okay, conjoint means both phloem and xylem is arranged in the same radius, that is called as conjoint. Collateral அப்படின்னா xylem will be towards the center and phloem towards the periphery. Xylem towards the center and phloem towards the periphery, that is called as collateral. Endarch, open. இந்த 4 வார்த்தையும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். Conjoint, collateral, endarch and open. This is the nature of vascular bundle in dicot stem. This is one 2-mark question. As already I told you, conjoint where xylem and phloem are arranged in the same radius. Collateral, xylem towards the center and phloem towards the periphery. So that is the meaning for collateral. Endarch அப்படின்னா I told you in the last video, the big cells in xylem will be called as metaxylem and the smaller cells will be called as protoxylem, I said. When the protoxylem is facing towards the center, centerக்கு உள்நோக்கி இருந்ததுனா அதை endarch ன்னு சொல்வோம். Protoxylem center towards இருந்ததுனா that is going to be endarch. So here it is towards the center. Metaxylem is towards the periphery and protoxylem is towards the center. So that nature is called as endarch. And what do you mean by open? See, here we have a tissue called as cambium. Again, cambium word is not a new one to you. Again, you would have read this in standard 9 itself. It is one type of tissue meant for secondary growth. Cambium is responsible for secondary growth of a plant. Okay, if that cambium is present, we call that type of vascular bundle as open. If cambium is present, this is going to be open. If not, the vascular bundle is said to be closed. In dicot stem we have cambium and the nature of the vascular bundle is going to be open. So regarding vascular bundles, it's going to be conjoint where xylem and phloem are arranged at the same radius. Collateral where xylem is towards the center and phloem towards the periphery. Endarch, protoxylem facing the center, and open, that is presence of cambium. Cambium is a tissue meant for secondary growth. So this is regarding the vascular bundle. Coming to pith. Pith is a central part of a stem. It is made up of many large parenchymatous cells with intercellular spaces. So this is regarding the dicot stem. Understood? You have to remember this hierarchy always. Epidermis, outer layer. அதை தாண்டி உள்ள வந்துட்டா இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் cortex. அதை தாண்டி endodermis, stele. ஸ்டெலியில் என்ன இருக்கும்? பெரிசைக்கிள், வாஸ்குலார் பண்டில், பித். இது ரூட்டில் எப்படி இருக்குது, ஸ்டெம்மில் எப்படி இருக்குது, லீஃபில் எப்படி இருக்குது அப்படின்னு மாற்றி நம்ம படித்து ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கலாம். So this is the structure of a monocot stem. Here we can see again the outer layer is going to be epidermis, and it is having a layer protective covering called as cuticle. Okay, first one. So this is going to be the structure of a monocot stem. Here the outer layer is called as a epidermis, and it is having a protective covering called as cuticle. There are no epidermal hairs found here in monocot stem. And immediate layer below to this epidermis is going to be hypodermis, which is having some patches of see here in hypodermis we have some layers of sclerenchyma cells with some interrupted by some sclerenchyma cells. எபிடர்மிஸ்க்கு கீழே இருக்கிற லேயர் வந்து ஹைப்போடர்மிஸ்னு சொல்லுவோம். இங்கே sclerenchyma cells with some sclerenchyma cells பார்க்கலாம். As already I told you, sclerenchyma cells are parenchyma cells with chloroplast, and sclerenchyma cells, they are meant for mechanical support. So here the cortex is not divided into what to say, we don't have pericycle pith. இது எல்லாமே வந்து this is not differentiated in monocot stem. The cortex is not differentiated into endodermis, pericycle, pith. இந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்கள் எல்லாம் இங்கே எதுவுமே கிடையாது. இங்கே வந்து ஹைப்போடர்மிஸ்லேருந்து சென்டர் வரைக்கும் இங்கே இருக்கிற எல்லா டிஷ்யூமே will be called as ground tissue. Okay, this is not differentiated into stele, pith, idellame it is not differentiated. The complete set of cells right from the hypodermis till the center, they will be called as ground tissue. And the ground tissue la anganga vascular bundles வந்து scatter ஆயிருக்கும். And the ground tissue la anganga vascular bundles scatter ஆயிருக்கும், and they are in the shape of skull. Skull shape la இருக்கிற vascular bundles. You know that vascular bundles means they have xylem and phloem. Coming to the nature of vascular bundles, again they are conjoined. That means xylem and phloem are arranged in the same radius. Then collateral, xylem towards the center and phloem towards the periphery. Endarch, that is protoxylem towards the center and metaxylem towards the periphery, and we call it as closed type. Why we call it as closed type? Now it is not having cambium. As already I told you, cambium is a tissue meant for secondary growth. Since cambium is absent in monocot stem, the nature of vascular bundle is going to be closed. We say it's closed. So conjoined, collateral, endarch and closed. Coming to this one vascular bundle, outside the xylem we have some patches of sclerenchyma cells, and that is called as bundle sheath. Okay, the cells found outside to the xylem and phloem, and they are called as some sclerenchyma cells are called is there, and that is called as bundle sheath. Coming to xylem, here in mature vascular bundles, here the protoxylem disintegrates. That is the protoxylem in the kutti cells alla மெச்சூர் வாஸ்குலர் பண்டில்ஸில் இந்த ப்ரோட்டோசைலம் வந்து டிஸ்இன்டகிரேட் ஆகிருக்கும். டிஸ்இன்டகிரேட்னா மறைஞ்சிட்டு அந்த இடத்துல வந்து we will have empty spaces. இந்த செல்ஸ் எல்லாம் டிஸ்இன்டகிரேட் ஆகிட்டு we will have empty spaces, and that is called as protoxylem lacuna. In mature vascular bundles, the protoxylem disintegrates, and that space is called as protoxylem lacuna. This you have to remember. Coming to phloem, in phloem you know that four elements of phloem are sieve cells, companion sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. Here coming to monocot stem, we have companion cells and sieve tubes, and phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma are completely absent here. So this is regarding the monocot stem. இங்கே வந்து என்னன்னா இதுதான் எண்டோடர்மிஸ், இதுதான் பித்து, இதுதான் வந்து பெரிசைக்கிள் அப்படின்னு டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட்டே ஆகாது. ஹைப்போடர்மிஸ்லேருந்து சென்டர் வரைக்கும் இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா ஏரியாவுமே கிரவுண்டு டிஷ்யூன்னு சொல்லுவோம். அதில் அங்கங்கே தெளிச்சு விட்ட மாதிரி we will have vascular bundles which are in skull shaped. அந்த வாஸ்குலர் பண்டல்ஸில் என்ன இருக்கும், ஒரு xylemக்கும் phloemக்கும் வெளியே we will have some sclerenchyma cells, and coming to xylem, the xylem, both metaxylem and protoxylem is there. In mature vascular bundles, protoxylem will disintegrate, and that space will be called as protoxylem lacuna. In phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma are completely absent. And one comparative study between dicot stem and monocot stem is here. First one is we have to speak about hypodermis. The first one is you have to speak about hypodermis. Here in hypodermis we have collenchyma cells, but here we have sclerenchyma cells. So this is one comparative study. We have a table in our reader, you can refer that. Coming to first comparison, hypodermis. Dicot stem la pathina hypodermis la vandu collenchyma cells irukun padichom. But monocot stem la we will have sclerenchyma cells. So this is one first difference. And second one is ground tissue. Here there is differentiation of ground tissue as endodermis, pericycle, pith and the mari differentiation irukkum. But here in monocot stem there is no such differentiation. Hypodermis கீழ இருந்து சென்டர் வரைக்கும் வரது எல்லாமே is called as ground tissue. So that is one second difference. And third difference is vascular bundles. Here I said vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral, enjoint and endarch and open type in dicot stem because of the presence of cambium tissue. But in monocot stem that is going to be conjoined, collateral, endarch and closed because of the absence of cambium. And fourth one regarding secondary growth. Okay, secondary growth. Cambium is a tissue responsible for secondary growth. So in dicot stem cambium irukradala dicot stem la cambium irukku, adanal secondary growth dicot stem la irukkum, but monocot stem la secondary growth irukadu. Okay, and fifth one is here we have one large area, large center area of pith made up of parenchyma cells, but pith is absent in monocot stem. So this is the comparative study. So regarding hypodermis, here this is going to be collenchyma, here sclerenchyma. Regarding ground tissue, it is differentiated as endodermis, pericycle, pith, but here no such differentiation. And coming to vascular bundles here both we have conjoined, renduthillume conjoined, collateral, endarch, closed nu solvom. In endarch nu solvom, but in dicot stem that is going to be closed because of presence of cambium, and in monocot stem that is going to be open because no cambium is present. Cambium irukradala dicot stem la secondary growth irukum, monocot stem la secondary growth irukadu. Pith is present in dicot stem and it is completely absent in monocot stem. So this is regarding TS of dicot root and TS of monocot root and monocot. Edit பண்ணிக்கிறீங்களா? So this is regarding monocot stem and dicot stem. So if any doubts are there, please feel free to post in description box, and we welcome your comments also. Go to channel, subscribe the channel, and go to the playlist for biology videos. Thank you.